Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm.
Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. Thanks for joining us on this fantastic Saturday afternoon. We have 13 races coming up, including 2 stakes, the Silks Run and the Captiva Island. Some really strong horses sprinting on the turf and some great races just start to finish. Let's check out the track and weather conditions.
We start the Saturday program with a fast main track, a firm turf course, cloudy skies for horse racing today, temperatures in the mid-70s. First of the day over the turf at a mile and a 16th, claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. A field of 8 first race favorites included 5 Barbados Kitten and 8 Bodie's Valentine. Racing at Gulfstream. From the center, the favorite Barbados Kitten wins the start. Miss Violet and Classic Act have some speed, and so does Freckle de Freck. Rain in Spain looking to get over ahead of Liberal and Voices Only, and Bodie's Valentine at the back of the group as they charge to the first turn. Up front, it's now a contentious pace with Freckle de Freck in front by a neck. Barbados Kitten is second. Rain in Spain on the outside third. Classic Act tucks in to be fourth ahead of Miss Violet, who's in tight. On her outside goes Liberal. 3 wide, Voices Only, and Tyler Gaffleon settles in at the back of the field on Bodie's Valentine, about 5 lengths off the lead of Freckle de Freck. Opening quarter mile went in 23 and 3, and the leader Freckle de Freck a half a length. Barbados Kitten on the outside second. Rain in Spain is parked 3 wide third. Classic Act at the rail is fourth, followed in the 2 path by Miss Violet in fifth. Liberal is 3 wide while racing sixth. At the inside, Bodie's Valentine improves a spot to be seventh, and Voices Only is now last as they move to the final half mile. 48 and 1 for that opening half mile speed. Freckle de Freck leads the way a half a length. Barbados Kitten on the outside second. 3 wide, Rain in Spain is third. Classic Act at the inside is fourth, followed by Miss Violet in fifth. Out 3 wide and Liberal in the hunt, a gap of a length and a half to Bodie's Valentine, who needs to launch an attack while angling for racing room, and Voices Only is the trailer. They're round the far turn now. Rain in Spain bids up 3 wide to take the lead. From the outside, Liberal is set down driving. Barbados Kitten tries to hang tough. Miss Violet looks for room. Then Bodie's Valentine, and they're at the top of the stretch. Edgar Zayas shakes up Rain in Spain, who has the lead. Barbados Kitten is boxing on second. Liberal on the outside with Bodie's Valentine. Rain in Spain getting away 2.5. Barbados Kitten on the inside, on the outside, and coming on Bodie's Valentine. Rain in Spain to win it. Rain in Spain won by 2 in the end. Bodie's Valentine second, Liberal third, and fourth was Barbados Kitten at 144 flat. Upset winner to start the day, number 6, Rain in Spain, under jockey Edgar Zayas, moved 3 wide and kicked on to win it for trainer John Kimmel and owner Starview Stable and Toby Morton. Second, 8, Bodie's Valentine. Third, 4, Liberal. To the second race at 7 furlongs over the main track, 3-year-old filly claimers in for a price tag of $12,500. A field of 7, all the money for 3, Song of Melody. And they're off. Clean beginning. From the outside, Stroll Action begins nicely. Body High away in second. Saya's getting after Song of Melody to show some early speed from third. Down at the inside, 40 kilos comes on to be fourth ahead of Optimistic Shot. The 2 at the back are Guidonia and Papatov. Down the backstretch they go, and Tyler Gaffleon crosses and clears with Stroll Action and leads the way 3 parts of a length. On the outside, Body High is second. Tucked in third is the favorite Song of Melody, about 2.5 lengths off the pace setter, behind a 23-second opening quarter. And it's a gap of another 4 lengths to 40 kilos ahead of Optimistic Shot. Guidonia, and at the back is Papatov as they round the far turn. 3/8 of a mile remain, and Stroll Action has the lead, starts to string him out a bit, leads at 2.5. In second is Song of Melody, ridden hard third is Body High. Back to fourth and 40 kilos ahead of Optimistic Shot, who's in range and trying to spring the upset with 5/16 to go. Optimistic Shot starts to move up here under the Bug Boy, moving 4 wide, trying to get to the leader, Stroll Action. Song of Melody's worked hard throughout. Body High is 3 wide. Optimistic Shot is 4 wide, then back to 40 kilos, and they're at the top of the stretch. Stroll Action confronted by Song of Melody, and Song of Melody has made hard work of this at the 8th pole, but moves away by 2.5. Second is Stroll Action, countered by the outside horse Body High, far outside Optimistic Shot, but 1-2 favorite Song of Melody will deliver, and she'll deliver by 4 lengths in the end. Body High second, Optimistic Shot third, and Stroll Action finish fourth. Number 3, Song of Melody, delivers the goods as the odds-on favorite to kickstart the early pick 4, under jockey Luis Saez for trainer Armando de la Cerda and owners Hernandez Racing and Blue River Bloodstock. Second, 6, Body High. Third was the 1, Optimistic Shot. Time for commercial break. Plenty of great racing action left right after this.
We have to take care of these horses that, give us so much joy.
Being accredited by the TAA gives us instant credibility.
People trust us even more than they have before because they know that the TAA has been to all of our locations and that our horses are well cared for.
I mean, this farm wouldn't look the way it is, these horses wouldn't look the way they are if it wasn't for the generosity and the hard work of the Aftercare Alliance.
They've united our whole industry in terms of the aftercare movement.
We're all working together for the same purpose.
Back now for the third race of the day at 1 mile over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $6,250. Scratch number 6, Heliodoro. A field of 5. Favorite was the 2, Inequality. And they're off. From the outside, King Power and Headhunter both begin nicely. Silver Chalice has speed. Down at the inside, Inequality tries to get some early position. And at the back early is Forever Die. They run out of the 1 mile chute, and up front, it's King Power dogged by Silver Chalice, with Inequality taking over third. Headhunter reined back to run in fourth, and then 6 to Forever Die. They pass the opening quarter mark, and Edgar Zayas trying to harness the speed of King Power. He leads by 2 and covered an opening quarter in 24-1. Racing in second is Silver Chalice from the outside. Inequality is now third. Back to fourth and Headhunter, unhurried under Jorge Ruiz, and 5 clear of the stretch running Forever Die. They race past the 5/8 and head to the half-mile point, and King Power leads the way 3 parts of a length. Jaramillo getting after Inequality to make some ground second. He is too. He's only a half length off the lead. Silver Chalice is back to third and will need to do better. Then back to Headhunter, who's asked to quicken and not doing it. And getting closer at the back is Forever Die, 7 lengths from first to last with less than 3 furlongs to go. They run now to the 5/16, and King Power hounded by Inequality on the outside, and Inequality, without being asked for his best effort, has now gone to the lead. Back to second in King Power. Silver Chalice is third. Forever Die is fourth. Headhunters called it an afternoon, and they're at the top of the stretch. They better pick up their feet if they want to beat Inequality. He straightens for home on top by 4. King Power is all in. Forever Die is going to rally between horses to get into second, but he has 5 lengths to make up on Inequality. It's Inequality in front by 6. Up into second is Forever Die, and that's where he'll finish. The class drop proves too much as Inequality and Misael Jaramillo win it by 3.5. Forever Die was second. King Power was third. Silver Chalice fourth, and that Headhunter in 140 flat. Class dropper Inequality gets too much for today's third race field and gives trainer Armando De La Cerda a quick double on the program. Misael Jaramillo on board this one for Midwest Thoroughbreds. Second start in South Florida, a winning 1. Second, number 1, Forever Die. Third was the 4, King Power. We moved out of the fourth race of the day, the co-feature event, 5th running of the Silks Run. 5 furlongs on turf for $75,000. Scratch the 3 and 8, a field of 6. Favorites were the outside pair, Pay Any Price, and Buchero. Racing in the Silks Run Stakes. Level beginning. Soon after, Pay Any Price puts his mind to business and takes an early lead from Vision Perfect, who's out of there racing in second on the outside. Buchero now comes on to take third. The 3 at the back are American Sailor, Pool Winner, and Little Chesney. They speed past the half-mile point. Edgar Zayas, offensive-minded with Pay Any Price. He leads the way. His chief rival, Buchero, looms up alongside second. Tucked in third, Vision Perfect is in a good striking spot as well, ahead of American Sailor. Then comes Pool Winner and Little Chesney. 21 flat for the opening quarter speed. Buchero turning up the pressure on Pay Any Price, who's all in. Vision Perfect has an upset threat back to fourth and Pool Winner. Then comes American Sailor, and they're at the top of the stretch. Pay Any Price is all heart, but he's on the ropes now. Back on the outside, and Vision Perfect with Buchero between. 1/8 of a mile to run, and Vision Perfect sweeps up to take the lead now. Pay Any Price is going to try to hold on to second with Buchero on the outside. Vision Perfect to win the Silks Run on the wire by about 4. It is Pay Any Price who holds second ahead of Buchero third. Pool Winner ran fourth. The 2 classy horses, Pay Any Price and Buchero, hooked up big time around the far turn, and that set it up for Vision Perfect as Paco Lopez put the son of Pollard's Vision into the clear, and he ran up the score to win it for trainer Jason Service in the Mr. Amore stable. 6, Pay Any Price fought on to get second ahead of the 7, Buchero, who ran third. We move now to the 5th race of the day on the turf at 1 mile and a 16th. Claimers in for a price tag of $35,000. A field of 8. This was a wide open betting race. And they're off. Level beginning, looking for a leader, trying to find one. Here's Call Me moving up in the center. Up on the outside, Hills Pond has some speed. Wake Me Up at Noon is away in the top flight, and Rain back fourth is Fun Prospect. Then back to Il Biondo and Josie's Riddle with Armchair Jockey between horses. Gunship is last of all as they charge to the first turn. Appears to be an ordinary early pace with Call Me on the inside and Hills Pond on the outside. Their heads apart. Wake Me Up at Noon is in a good spot, and Fun Prospect rides the rail. Out of it wide is Josie's Riddle with Armchair Jockey in the two-path, then Il Biondo in the green blinkers, second last. The early trailer is Gunship through an opening quarter mile in 24 seconds flat. They straighten out for their journey down the backstretch, and up front, the leader now, Hills Pond by a neck. Call Me is right there second. Wake Me Up at Noon is third. Josie's Riddle has been stuck wide throughout and is now making a bit of a move while racing in the four-path. Then it's Armchair Jockey. Fun Prospect has to tap on the brakes at the rail. Fun Prospect very keen here, trying to run up on the heels of the top horses. Down at the inside, it's Il Biondo, and Gunship is last. 48-3 for the opening half mile. There's less than half a mile to go as they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Wake Me Up at Noon takes a shot at Hills Pond, who has the lead. Back for more Call Me with Josie's Riddle, then Il Biondo. Trying to run on from the back is Gunship as they run to the top of the stretch. On the inside, Hills Pond. Toward the outside, Wake Me Up at Noon. They're shoulder to shoulder for a quarter of a mile confrontation. Four clear of Il Biondo and Call Me, and they're at the top of the stretch. Up the inside, Hills Pond cut the corner beautifully. Slingshot off the corner he did, and he's 3.5 on top. Back to second, Wake Me Up at Noon, who's a bit erratic, then Il Biondo and Call Me. But if you backed Hills Pond, you can go collect. It's Hills Pond for Edgar Zayas' second win of the day. He won it by 5. Call Me was second. I think Gunship got third from a mile back in 1:43.1.
Number 6, Hills Pond gets back on his preferred footing of turf here this afternoon and gives jockey Edgar Zayas his second winner today. Michelle Nihei, the winning trainer for owner Charles Matzis. Second, number 5, Call Me, ahead of number 2, Gunship, who rolled home from the clouds to get up for third. We move now to the race number 6 on the program, the leadoff leg of today's second pick 4. Claimers at 6 furlongs, non-winners to 2, the category. Scratch the 5, Shot Jack. That was a late scratch. The race time favorite was the 1, Yes, Darlin'.
And they're off. Uncle Mace with a blasting beginning and crosses over already to lead the way a length and a quarter. Yes, Darlin beat to the punch and will have to take a trail behind the leader as moving up on the outside, No Dinero is now offensive-minded. And Gary Bain's going to put No Dinero on the engine as Uncle Mace broke sharply and will duel with this horse early on. Yes, Darlin 3-5 and well situated behind the top 2. A gap of another 2 to take into church ahead of God's Greatness. Then at the back, 'Twas Nero and Running Traps. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. The opening quarter went in 22-4. There's 3 furlongs left to go. With the lead, it's No Dinero by a length and a quarter. Uncle Mace is now asked to quicken again. Second, Yes, Darlin given the green light by Uloa to make ground third. Fourth is taken to church. 3 back to God's Greatness. Then comes 'Twas Nero and Running Traps with a quarter of a mile left to go. No Dinero turns first with the lead. Yes, Darlin's got all kinds of room toward the inside as No Dinero didn't corner much at all as they straighten for home. No Dinero way out in the center. Yes, Darlin with momentum. Uncle Mace is back for more inside. So now it's the favorite to take the lead. Yes, Darlin, as No Dinero continues to wander way out to the center. Yes, Darlin has the lead. No Dinero and Uncle Mace. Yes, Darlin in front. Yes, Darlin won by almost 2 in the end. Uncle Mace was second. Third was No Dinero.
Number 7, No Dinero, did himself no favors around the far turn and opened the door wide open for number 1, Yes, Darlin, to come through for the victory under jockey Oscar Ulloa for trainer Angel Rodriguez and Frank Calabrese. Second, number 8, Uncle Mace. Third was the 7, No Dinero. Time for a commercial break. When we come back, turf racing. Another pick 3. Don't go away.
And Gulfstream is pulling away. Gulfstream blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Gulfstream kicking clear. Julie the Beauty.
Back now for race number 7 on the program on turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. A field of 9. Favorite was the 6, Reflected Star.
And they're off. Good start for Opening Remark, who hits the ground running down at the inside. Abbott and Darn That Parker moving through. Also away in the top flight is Reflected Star as they charge to that first turn. It's Abbott and Tyler Gaffalione, a reluctant leader. Darn That Parker down at the inside second. Reflected Star is in a good spot third. Now going on with it is Abbott. He figured why not? I mean, he leads the way a length and a quarter. Reflected Star second. Darn That Parker's the one taken back. He's third. Arch Villain is now fourth. Racing in fifth is Opening Remark. Then down at the inside goes Tiger Paw. Ours again between horses, remembering Mickey out 3 wide, and the back marker is Burning Wild. They turn into the backstretch, and the 2 favorites are first and second by a 24-1 opening quarter. It's on top, Abbott a length and a quarter. Reflected Star second, Darn That Parker is third. Arch Villain follows along fourth, followed by Remembering Mickey in fifth. On the outside, and now improving at the rail, is Tiger Paw. Opening Remark is between horses, then back to ours again, and Burning Wild is still at the back. They make their way now to the far turn after the opening half-mile went in 48-1, and with the advantage, it's still Abbott in front. Abbott leads the way and leads the way by a neck. Reflected Star on the outside is second. Now Reflected Star runs right by Abbott. Takes over from Arch Villain third, then Darn That Parker. Trying to run on from the back is Burning Wild, and they swing in. Reflected Star let go by Luis Saez and opening up a 3-length lead. Abbott flat to the boards, making no impression with Arch Villain on the outside, then Darn That Parker and Burning Wild. Reflected Star 2-1 and an easy winner. Reflected Star wins it by 4 in the end. Burning Wild gets up for second, close for third. Abbott or Arch Villain.
Class-dropping son of Escandarea, number 6, Reflected Star. Too much for the 7th race field. Wins with something in the tank under jockey Luis Saez for Hall of Famer Bill Mott on Owner's Watchtail Stable and DP Racing. 2, Burning Wild second. 3, Abbott ran third. To the 8th race now on the start of the Rainbow 6, 7 furlongs over the main track. Maiden claimers in for a price tag of $12,500. Scratch the 6, Amazing Lily, a field of 10. Favorite was the 9, Up the Road.
And they're off. Level beginning. From the center, Remington Rose is being sent hard to try to get the early lead with Written and Dim Sum away in the top flight. Then down at the inside, Best of Enemies comes out of their 5th. Miss Marisol, first-timer, also away in the top flight as they're 4 across the course. Up front, racing back next is Always Proud. Then to the outside, Up the Roads with our Olivia. It's a stretch of another 4 to Overdriven Queen. And De Vuelta, they're in stride at the back of the group as they race to the half-mile point. Remington Rose has the lead a half a length. Miss Marisol on the outside is second. Moving now into third is Best of Enemies, only 2 lengths off the lead and improving nicely. There goes Best of Enemies in the 2-path and on the attack. Back 5th is Dim Sum down at the inside, Written. Then it's a length and a half back to Always Proud. Up the road, Driven Hard, not getting much of a reply is Saez, while 4 wide. A gap of 3 to De Vuelta, who tries to rally outside of our Olivia. And Overdriven Queen is last of all as they race to the top of the stretch. Best of Enemies still has yet to overhaul Remington Rose, and Miss Marisol continues to race well. She's third, while a bit wide off the corner. Up the road is at a 1 pace, but starts to gain ground on the stand side. Just to her inside is Always Proud, and they're at the top of the stretch. Up front, Remington Rose has had a lot of pace pressure. She still has the lead. Up the road and on the inside, Proud Legacy. These two trying to get to her, and now Up the Road grinding away on the outside to take the lead. It's Up the Road in front. Remington Rose is second, but she can't stay with Up the Road. Up the Road to win it by a length in the end. Remington Rose second, Miss Marisol third, then Always Proud and De Vuelta in 128-1.
Not a convincing victory, but a victory nevertheless for the Louisiana-bred daughter of Quality Road, Up the Road, who gets the victory, giving Luis Saez another one on the Saturday program, this one for Antonio Sano and Alfonso Camarata. 5, Remington Rose did all the heavy lifting but had to settle for second. Ahead of the 8, Miss Marisol, debut runner, ran well today to finish third. 9th race now on the start of today's late pick 5 on the turf at a mile and a 16th. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. Scratch the 2, Martini Kid. Rider change on 4, 2nd Street to Emma Wilson. The favorites included 1, Mambo at the Gym, and 7, Summer Scamp.
And they're off. From the inside, Raise the Bar and Mambo at the Gym both begin nicely. Summer Scamp is being sent along, and Summer Scamp wants position. He'll land in the 2-path as they pass the wire the first time. Then from between horses, here's to Mike with Got Some Mojo on the outside. Bingo, Bango, Bongo races mid-flight today. He's only 4 lengths off the lead, and he's a length better than McElroy, who's down toward the rail, and he's about 5 lengths off the lead. Tapping on the brakes behind him was Adventist, with Regal Kitten moving on the outside. Second last early is 2nd Street, and it's a gap of 4 to the trailer. The trailer is Starship Zorro. Around the first turn they go, and Summer Scamp now gets a clear advantage over Gotsa Mojo on the outside second. Here's to Mike is in tight while between horses. Down at the inside goes Raise the Bar, followed by the favorite Mambo at the Gym. He's now fifth and 4 lengths off the pace setter. To his outside goes Bingo, Bango, Bongo. Then it's a length back to the rail, and McElroy ahead of Regal Kitten, who's now in the 2 path. He's about 6 lengths off the lead. Then it's the team of Second Street at Adventist, and still 4 to the trailer, Starship Zorro. Opening half mile, 49 seconds flat as they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Albin Jimenez got Summer Scamp a 25-second breather in the second quarter, and he maintains control. Gotsa Mojo is second toward the inside and Raise the Bar. Here's to Mike Ridden. Mambo at the Gym's got traffic problems, and on the outside, Bango, Bango, Bongo. Second Street is let go by Emma Wilson, 6 wide on the course, and they're at the top of the stretch. Summer Scamp, the fresh horse, turns for home with the lead. Raise the Bar, right out the inside second from between horses. Here's to Mike. Second Street on the stand side. Adventist from last. This is a wild scramble, and Summer Scamp grimly holding on to the lead. Second Street pushing past on the outside. Second Street at Summer Scamp. Second Street, and Emma Jane Wilson getting up to win it.
We don't get to see much of her here in South Florida, but her resume needs no introduction. Jockey Emma Jane Wilson in South Florida here this afternoon, up to pilot number 4, Second Street, to an 11-1 upset. Trainer Lily Curtinez and A. Bianco holding. 7, Summer Scamp did everything but win. He was well rationed and kicked on gamely. Had to settle for second ahead of the 11, Bingo, Bango, Bongo. Veteran campaigner turns back the clocks to get third. On now to race number 10 on the program. Start of the late pick 4. Maiden claimers on turf at about 7.5 furlongs. A field of 11 signed on. The favorite was number 6, Going to the Beach.
And they're off. Paco and Sacco blasts out to take a clear advantage, quickly taken on by Particularity, who moves to challenge. On the far outside, that's Track Titan trying to get over, and he'll have to use some speed to do it. And they're 3 across the course, and they run the first turn. Going to the Beach gets a perfect trip behind the speed. Fleeter Mouse is at the rail. Out 3 wide is Tis Pure, racing about 4.5 lengths off the pace setter. Next at the rail goes Cotton 2. They're followed by the team of Bakelite and Captain Bobber. Racing second last and on hold is My Rules. The trailer get a move on it. Into the backstretch they go. The opening quarter went in 23 and 3. Down the backstretch they run. Track Titan has the lead. Tis Pure on the outside is tugging, forcing Paco and Sacco to quicken to keep his position. Fleeter Mouse is next toward the rail. Races in 4th now. Out 3 wide and Going to the Beach. Then comes Cotton 2 and Captain Bobber. Up on the outside goes My Rules. Then back to the inside Bakelite. And the trailer remains Get a Move on it. Around the far turn they go. 48 seconds for the opening half mile. They take closer order. Back on the attack is Paco and Sacco to take the lead. Immediately tackled by Tis Pure on the outside. Cotton 2's got some horse, but absolutely no place to prove it. Moving wide on the course now is My Rules in stride for Diego Gomez as they run to the top of the stretch. They went 48 seconds for the opening half mile. Tis Pure roughed up early, but still has the lead. My Rules going to take a shot down the center. Paco and Sacco. Cotton 2 gets through at the rail. Cotton 2 charging. The leader is Tis Pure. Cotton 2 tries to get to him. Cotton 2's getting to him. Over the top in My Rules. Paco and Sacco 4 across the course here. They come to the line. Cotton 2 gets the call, and he's 11-1. Second was My Rules. Close after that.
A lot of traffic trouble to overcome, but overcome he did. Number 1, Cotton 2, who tapped on the brakes 3 or 4 times before securing rail running and getting the victory under Alvaro Doniz for owner and breeder Eric Worth and trainer Larry Bates. Good run from 8, My Rules, to get second ahead of the 10, Tis Pure, who finished third. We move now to the 11th race of the day, 6 furlongs over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $6,250. Field of 12 signed on. This was a wide open betting race.
And they're off. Wild Mongolia was away well, so was Donegal Hall. Here's speed from Where's That Cat? And from between horses, Promete, now offensive-minded. Driving it up at the rail is Vinardini. As they race down the backstretch, a contentious early pace with Where's That Cat in front by a head. On the outside, Promete is now second. Cotton Colors takes over third. Vinardini is now fourth from between horses and Runaway Bull. Then back to the veteran Mitos Eliendes toward his inside Journey's End. And it's Donegal Hall ahead of In Some Money, who's a length better than Wild Mongolia. Trying to get motivated dominated from the back of the group, and then Pair Tie is at the back of the group as they round the far turn. 22-1 for the opening quarter speed. Promete and Miguel Vasquez shake free from the pack and lead by 2. Cotton Color second. Where's That Cat third. 5 back to Mitos y Leyendas, driven on the outside of Runaway Bull. Then comes Journey's End, Wild Mongolia. Bocati trying to pick up his feet, and then to the inside, and Donegal Hall, they straighten for the drive. Up front, Promete has the lead. Their field is actually closing good ground at him, though. Final furlong, Promete 2.5. Journey's End toward the inside. Mitos y Leyendas on the stand side with Where's That Cat. Promete trying to get home. Journey's End going to try to pick him up on the money. Promete, Journey's End lunging. Here's the line. Photo finish. Really close on the money. Journey's End and Promete in the win picture in 113 flat.
What a finish to start the late pick 3 as number 6, Journey's End, literally in the last jump, surges past 7, Promete for the money, giving Edgar Zayas his third winner of the day. This one for owner-trainer Jose Jimenez. Second 7, Promete. Third 9, Mitos y Leyendas. Time for a commercial break. When we come back, the late daily double. Maidens on turf right after this.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success from the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park. Hardacre Farm, from the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
Back now for race number 12 on the program. Maiden special weight runners on the turf in a 1 1/8. A field of 10. This was a wide open betting race.
And they're off. Hopping slightly at the beginning was La Manche. Good start toward the inside for Gravitating, who's gravitating to the inside rail to lead the way from the outside. La Manche recovers after that subpar beginning. He's marching forward all the way to the lead. Away in third is Mathematician. Then to the outside goes Sergeant Drive. Down at the inside is Times Square. Followed between horses by Moritz, who's on heels. Just to his inside goes Proud Native. And on the outside, Determinate. So they got a little tight in that second flight of runners. At the back of the group are Dawood and Old Guard. Around the first turn they go, and La Manche calls the shots, leads a length and a quarter. On the outside, that's Mathematician second. Gravitating is at the rail third. On the outside, and Sergeant Drive, who's now racing in fourth ahead of Times Square. Then out 3 wide is Determinate. From between horses is Proud Native. Moritz got shuffled a bit. He's now third last. Second last is Dawood, and the trailer is Old Guard. The opening half mile went in 50 seconds flat as they raced to the final half mile. With the lead, La Manche, a length and a quarter. Mathematician is second. Gravitating and Sergeant Drive in step, third and fourth. From the outside, and Determinate is getting started while 4 wide. Proud Native is next at the inside in Times Square. 3 wide and improving now is Dawood. Then at the back of the group, Moritz and Old Guard as they round the far turn. La Manche comes under pressure to hold the lead. Determinate, 4 wide and on the attack now. Right with him is Sergeant Drive, trying to go with the top horses, Mathematician. La Manche, in a world of hurt toward the inside, had to really slam on the brakes when things got tight after 3 quarters. In 1:14 and 4, they're at the top of the stretch. Determinate's had to cover a lot of ground. He has the lead, but Mathematician's going to make him earn it. From the outside and Gravitating, Sergeant Drive has been defeated. Determinate has the lead. Gravitating is next. Times Square splitting horses as they come to deep stretch. Determinate through it all has the lead. Times Square taps on the brakes again. Determinate wins. Gravitating was second. Mathematician third. Then Times Square and Old Guard.
Big time performance from the son of Tap at number 7. Determinate survives an objection and gets the money under Amisael Jaramillo, giving him his second winner today for Mark Cassie and John Oxley. Second 3, Gravitating. Third was the 8, Mathematician. 13th and final race, stakes action to close the day. The 4th running of the Captiva Island, 5 furlongs on turf. Fillies and mares race 70 for $75,000 in guaranteed purse money. Scratch to 7, Sylphide, 9 to the gate. Favorites were 1, Blue Bahia, and 8, Morticia.
And runners away in the Captiva Island. Girls Know Best from the outside blasts away to take the lead from between horses. That's Just Talking. Blue Bahia at the rail with Morticia away in the top flight, followed by Goldwood and Pretty Perfection, who knifes between horses while not in much room there, as now tapping on the brakes, Just Talking. Then back to Jumbie Bay, 3 in front of Jennifer Lynette. She's about 8 lengths off the lead, and 4 more to the trailer, Always Thinking. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Girls Know Best from her outside stall leads the way. Morticia getting a good setup. She's racing second. Blue Bahia is third. Goldwood Goodwood now fourth. Pretty Perfection looks for Racing Room. Just Talking has to swing 4 wide with Jumbie Bay. Then Jennifer Lillette, and they're at the top of the stretch. Morticia let go on the outside, trying to get by Girls Know Best. Blue Bahia threads the needle for Paco. Late run from Always Thinking on the outside. Just Talking also motors home. Blue Bahia roused to a short lead. Morticia's back to second. Late run from Always Thinking to the wire. Blue Bahia will win it. Half a length in the end, almost 3 parts from Morticia, then Always Thinking.
Good ride from jockey Paco Lopez. He rides the rail to victory on number 1, Blue Bahia, in the final race of the day for trainer Jason Service and Dennis Drazen. Jason runs 1-3 in this race and sweeps the stakes on the Saturday card. 8 Morticia outgunned, while second. 6 Just Talkin' ran third. Rainbow 6, multiple winning tickets for more than $60,000. Carry over tomorrow, just shy of $3 million.
And that's it for today. We'll see you back here tomorrow at Gulfstream Park to close out the racing week. Our first post is 12 noon for 13 races on Sunday Fun Day.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired. Oh, my aching back. Let's hit the hay.